Okay, so I think I'm just gonna wait and see if anybody else shows up to watch. So if you're watching right now, bear with me. I'm gonna start soon. If no one shows up and this video is just basically me talking to myself, that's fine. I'll just leave this up as a video and hopefully you guys can watch this afterwards and get some entertainment out of it. Oh. Alright, for anybody watching right now, I've got the rules set up. Here's the bracket. I've got 26 characters from Love Featuring Marriage and Divorce, and they've all been seeded, and we're gonna have 3 rounds. You can see right here where we're gonna decide the winner based off of who would have a better spin-off show. Basically, if this character was to star in their own drama, what would make the better drama? Which one would you rather watch? So we'll do that for the first 3 rounds, and then for the round of 4 and the finals, it'll be a best out of 3 based off of 1, the spinoff, 2, who did you like more in the show, who did you root for more, and then 3, who would make a better friend. So again, if I don't get any audience participation here, then I'll just do this myself and leave it up as a video, and you guys can enjoy it when you watch it afterwards, which you could be doing right now if you're watching it retroactively. Alright, so I'm just going to give a little more time here, but again, if you are watching live right now, I would love your input or opinion. So yeah, that'd be great. But I'll get started soon, so... yeah, if you're in the chat, definitely say what's up, say hi, to let me know you're there, and yeah. Gabby G, what's up? So we've definitely got a bunch of tough matchups here. Interesting matchups. Oh, by the way, just how the number of characters I use worked out and the bracket, there's a bye right here, a double bye actually. So Yushin's gonna get a double bye, and Mr. So is gonna get a double bye. Yep. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Let's do this, guys. So I'm gonna refresh. Okay, first matchup. Again, first couple rounds are going to be who would have a better spinoff. So, in the first matchup, we've got Hyung-ji and the doctor guy, the Oriental doctor. Now, I think that the Oriental doctor would have an interesting show because it could still be similar to Love Featuring Marriage and Divorce in that he kind of interacts with mostly all the characters in the show by way of giving them medicine and giving them medical advice. And obviously we've just found out that he's the father of Amy, so he's definitely intertwined in the plot that way. Personality-wise, though, I just don't know enough about him. On the other hand, Hyung-ji, she's just awesome. I love that scene where she just destroys her dad and schools the shit out of him, basically. And yeah, I'd love to see a drama with her as the main character and maybe how her parents' divorce affects her and causes her to change her outlook on life and love. So we're going to go with Hyung-ji there. That's pretty much a no-brainer. Okay, next up we've got P-Young's mom. I don't remember her name. And who's this? The maid. I think this is the maid, right, guys? The maid of Sa-hyun's parents. Okay, so I could see like a really nice light comedy for the maid, where she's the maid and she's always around this crazy older couple who's always bickering all the time. I think, yeah, it'd be a nice light comedy, and maybe she learns from them or something. I don't know, learns a lesson about life. And on the other hand, we've got P Young's mom, I think that would probably be a little more of a serious drama. It would be her dealing with her terminal illness and trying to reconcile with her daughter, her estranged daughter, and getting to know her granddaughter, Gia. And I think that could actually be a really powerful drama. So this is actually tough. It's basically whether am I more interested in watching like a deeper emotional tearjerker drama or a lighthearted comedy. I think I'm gonna go. This is actually really tough. You know what? We got a lot of the comedy in. We got a lot of the comedy in The Older Couple in Love. No, you know what? I'm gonna go with The Maid. I'm actually just gonna go with The Maid. Sorry, P Young's mom. I'm sorry for your tragic story, but I'd love to see this comedy, so I actually am gonna go with her. All right, let me try to speed this up a bit more. Okay, next we've got Jin-ah, the co-worker of Hae-ryun and Ga-bin, briefly. I want to see P Young's mom's story with her husband back then. Yeah, actually, that is a good point. Damn it. Okay, maybe I made the wrong mistake. Guys, definitely keep telling me your opinions so I can make better decisions and I can base them off of your opinions too. That is a really good point. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Okay, well, fuck me, I guess. Okay, so for this one, we got, Jin-ah and Si-yoon. I think this is pretty much a no-brainer. We're going to go with Si-yoon. I was, even in the actual Love featuring Marriage and Divorce show, I'm more interested in her than, or even more sympathetic to her than any of the other wives, so I think I'm going to go with her. Jin-ah, she's, pretty one-dimensional character, as we've seen so far. I guess she takes care of her family and whatever, but we just don't really know much about her. Si-yoon is a much more main character, much more developed, so obviously I'm going to go with her. Okay, next, we've got the wife in the beginning, the first episode that called out the other woman at the radio station, and we've got Gia. I mean, this is... Anybody out there have an opinion? I'm going to give you guys a little time to say anything about this one. But for me right now, I'm thinking that it seems like this is a no-brainer for Gia, because I'd love to just see her in her school and her friends, and again, how she's affected by her parents' marital problems. But on the other hand, I mean, I'm kind of interested to see what happened with that woman's story with her husband and all. But she really isn't that much of a developed character, so yeah, I think I'll just go with Gia. She's going to move on to the next round. Okay, then we've got... why am I blanking right here? Sahyoon's mom and Songwon. Maybe Gia years later after finding out her dad... Okay, Vernal Bug, you got the best opinions, the only opinions in the live stream so far, but I really like your takes on these. I wish I got those messages before I made the decision, but maybe that would be really cool, actually. Well, I picked her. Never mind, what am I saying? I picked Gia. Okay, yeah, great idea. Okay, anyways, Songwon. Again, we're going with the, like, is it the light comedy here with Sahyoon's mom and her husband bickering all the time, or are we going to go with Songwon? And you know what? I think because so many of these other characters would have dramas of their own that would be really serious and deal with trauma and be unfortunate, I think I'm just going to go with Sahyoon's mom because I love them bickering. They're so funny, and we need some comedy mixed in the later rounds. So I'm going to go with her. Okay, next we've got Dong Mi and Hae-ryun. So what do we know? Right, and now I'm thinking like Vernal Bug said, which is that we can consider like the spin-off show would maybe be them at a different point in life, right? So there's maybe Hae-ryun's past where he was once a whatever. I mean, actually, I would like to find out more about his brother who died, and I know a lot of people have that theory that he switched places and it's actually the brother. that could still be the case, I guess. But yeah, that would be interesting to find out more about. But on the other hand, Dong Mi, I mean, she has that past with Sahyun's dad as kids, and also she's pretty messed up on her own right in her own right. So it might be interesting to find out more about why she is the way she is and her motivations and reasons why she ended up that way. Um, this is tough. This is tough. These characters are both characters that not a lot of people liked. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Dong Mi. That could be like a horror. It could be like a horror drama, which would be, I think, a little more interesting than Hey Rian. So I'm gonna go with Dong Mi. Okay. For some reason, the bracket fights thing does it where we're just gonna do the whole left side first before we get to the right side. I don't know why, but okay. Now we've got Hyungji, and we've got a story about how Dong Mi became so messed up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that would be a pretty interesting story, and it could be like this mix of horror and drama. Okay, so next we've got Hyungji and the Maid. Yeah, the Maid, again, a light, quirky comedy about her working for this older couple would be great. But I really am more interested, I think, in the end about Hyungji, and I like that idea from Vernal Bug about how it could be a story about her years later and how all of this has affected her, that all the stuff that happened in Love Featuring Marriage and Divorce. Again, this just comes down to a thing of this is the more fleshed out character. Hyungji is, and yeah, the Maid, it would be a nice story, but we're going to go with Hyungji. Okay, next we've got Siyun and Ji-ah. Okay, I mean, does anybody out there have like a backstory for any of these two? Oh no, sorry, Vernal Bug. You said it was Ji-ah. Your idea was for Ji-ah years later. Okay, my bad. But Hyungji could also have something like that, I guess. Okay, yeah. Ji-ah in the future would be a great one. I guess the idea for Siyun would be, I don't think we can really say that the drama, her spin-off drama, would be what happens after she divorces Hey Ryun, because I think that's going to be in season 2 of the actual Love Featuring Marriage and Divorce drama. So I don't think we can really count that as an idea for a spin-off, since it's probably going to be canon. So maybe it would be her in the early years, how she met Hey Ryun. Anybody out there have an opinion on this one? I don't have a strong opinion either way, really. I think I'm just gonna go with Gia. I think we're gonna go with Gia here. Okay, next up we've got Sahyun's mom and Dong Mi. Okay, so again we've got one of the last remaining characters that would probably result in a comedy drama against another character that would be more of a darker drama. Maybe Siyun and how she broke from her rich family. God damn it, guys. Oh, I think the stream is just lag. That's why I'm not getting these responses until after I made the decision. Siyun in a parallel universe where she is the bad wife who cheats. Whoa. Oh my god. Okay, well I did pick Siyun, I think, didn't I? Yeah, so... Oh no, I didn't. Shit. Oh, my bad, guys. Yeah, try to get these in while I'm still making the decision, although I know there is a lag. Okay, so... Yeah, okay. Dongmi, Sahyun's mom. You know what? I really like shows like Hannibal. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that, and I would really like to see this kind of horror drama with Dongmi. I know she's not like a likable character, but she could be like an anti-hero, or maybe she could be made sympathetic. through a flashback to her past. I know a lot of people that watch Love featuring marriage and divorce weren't fond of flashbacks, but yeah. I'm gonna go with Dong Mi here. Let me just wait 10 seconds to see if anyone says anything. Because you guys... Yeah, there's definitely some lag. My bad, guys. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dong Mi here. If you guys have an opinion, even after I make a decision and it's laggy or whatever, just tell me in the chat anyways, because I'd love to hear what you guys would have picked. I'm gonna go with Dong Mi though. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Now we've got the two kids going up against each other, Hyungji and Ji-ah. Ah, oh, this is tough. Let me look back on chat here and see what you guys. Ji-ah years later after finding out her dad cheated on her mom. Yeah. Let me see. Maybe if I look on my phone, the chat lag isn't going to be as bad or something. Oh, great! I can hear myself. That's real nice. Ji-young for a comedy series with her husband. Yeah. Yeah, I probably should have made that comedy duo go farther, but he's still on the right side of the bracket, so. Okay, I gotta make a decision here. Ji-ah, it basically comes down to whose family lore would be more interesting, right? So, Hyungji's got Siyun and Haeryeon, and then I think I'm gonna go with Ji-ah just because I think her parents are more interesting because Yushin is just so messed up, and then P-young's got the thing with her mom, so I'm gonna go with Ji-ah here. Okay, finally, Yushin comes into the mix. He got a double bye, so we're gonna go with Yushin and Dong Mi. Maybe Ji-ah because she really has an illusion for her dad is perfect. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. It's definitely going to be this huge moment in her life when she finds out because her dad has been so meticulous and so good at portraying the perfect dad to her. She knows nothing else than he's the perfect dad. So it would really be a big shock to the system when she finds out how much of a cheater and possibly her relationship with. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'll say. See, this is great. I'm glad I picked Gia. Okay. Anyways. Oh, this is tough. These guys are like intertwined. They would be in each other's dramas, spin-offs. You know, they both have a history with each other. Yeah, this one's tough. I guess if it was a flashback. You know what? I've seen too much of Yushin. I was so tired of watching those scenes with him and Amy. I would not want another drama of more of just him talking to people and saying things, even if it explains more of his past. I'm going with Dong Mi. Okay, and now we are in the finals of this side of the bracket, and it's come down to Ji-ah and Dong Mi. Granddaughter and step grandmother, right? That's the relationship, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is tough. I know there's a lag. I'll give you guys some time to respond and give me your thoughts on this one. Yushin childhood story and the morbid my stepmom is my first love moment. Yeah, that would get very dark. Yeah, I agree. That would be interesting, but I'm gonna stand by my opinion that I just don't need to see any more of him. And he would appear in Dong Mi's story, keep in mind, now that she's in the finals here, or semifinals actually, overall. But alright, again, I'm gonna give you guys some time to catch up with the lag and give me your opinion on this final one. Who would have a better spin-off drama where they're the protagonist? Ji-ah or Dong Mi? Oh, my bad. This is the freaking finals. So we're doing three different things. Shit. Okay. Well, we're still gonna do the spin-off first. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give you guys a little more time, but then I'm gonna make a decision. So okay, it comes for me. It comes down to Dong Mi and this kind of history of her as somebody who wants to get with her stepson, but also potentially her past growing up in this neighborhood with Sahyun's dad. I don't know what went on there. And then also we have Gia and possibly like a flash forward to when she finds out her dad is not the dad she thinks he is. Gia, I think she has a more deeper character. Dongmi is more like a traditional Black Widow. Yeah, that's a fair point. The other thing I just thought of though is that if we're getting really technical, Gia might find out that Yushin isn't the dad she thinks he is in the next season, so that might become canon and would kind of disqualify that consideration as a spin-off. But yeah, it could be a bigger flash forward, right? It could be like that when she finds out, and then like the drama could start with her finding that out, and then it would fast forward to her when she's older and how it's affected her. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Vernal Bug here. Gia is a deeper character. She has got a lot more potential. I think we've kind of unpacked most of Dongmi, and while there could be a drama of explaining more about her, she kind of does fit more the, what do you say, Black Widow, or like the villain character or something. So, yeah. Oh, wait, right. We're gonna do a different thing. Okay. Alright. That's the first category. Who do you root for or like more is the second category. Remember, this last matchup is a best out of 3. So I think this category is actually pretty easy. I think we all like Gia more than Dong Mi. And who would make a better friend? I am a grown man, but I'm just going to consider this category as if I was her age. I would probably get along with her as a kid. And I don't think I would as Dong Mi. I would not want Dong Mi being my mom. Gia, and will she feel the same way as Pyung when her parents split? Yeah. Okay, I don't even think we need to do the better friend or the. I mean, it's pretty obvious it's Gia across the board. So we're gonna go with Gia, and she moves on to the finals. Who will she meet in the finals, guys? Stick around and stay tuned because we're going right into the right half of the bracket. Okay. First up, and we're back now again to sudden death. Who would have a better spinoff? Ram and the lady who was accused of being a homewrecker in that first episode. Yeah, it's Gia in all categories, exactly. Alright, so yeah, anyways, the lady who was accused of being a homewrecker who then came back with her own side and was like, whatever, versus Ram. Who would have a better spinoff? I mean, again, this is a case of overwhelming character development. We're going with Ram. I also just love him, so yeah, we're gonna go with Ram. I have a sneaking suspicion we might get Ram and Gia in the finals. But anyways, okay, we're going with Ram. Sorry, lady. Okay, next up we got the Battle of the Handsome Men, right? We got Mr. So's stepbrother Two-Face from Batman, and we've got, why am I blanking right now? Sahyun, of course. Who would have a better spin-off show? I'll give you guys a little time to catch up on the lag here. I'll do my best to fix that next time, because this is my first time streaming, so I really am not very good at it. Again, we've got Sahyun, and we've got Mr. So's stepbrother, who I call Two-Face. Who would have a better spin-off show of their own, with them as the main protagonist? All right. Haven't gotten anything yet. I know the lag is stupid, so sorry again. All right, so for me, I'm like kind of intrigued with Mr. So's stepbrother, and I am in general intrigued by Mr. So himself and his family. But on the other hand, Sa-hyun is one of the husbands that I'm actually most interested in the story, in the actual show. Like, I didn't mind him and the story of his mistress as much as the other ones. Two-Face because I love Mr. So. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. It's like, yeah, if we got a drama about Two-Face, we'd by association get a drama with Mr. So, more Mr. So. And Mr. So, of course, is a badass. He's a lone ranger. He's a lone wolf. Damn it! But I really do love Sa-hyun though. I do like that guy. Let's just mix it up. I'm sorry, Sa-hyun. I know he shouldn't be going out in the first round, but we all love Mr. So, and yeah, let's just go with his stepbrother here. Fuck it. Okay, then we've got shit. Oh, this is the this is the fitness trainer. I think I forget if it's Song-hwan's fitness trainer or if it's Sa-hyun's fitness trainer, but it's the fitness trainer. He's a fitness trainer. Did I mention that? And then we've got Ga-bin. Okay. Again, I'll give you guys a little time, but instead of having a long silence, I'll just start wondering and thinking about it myself. For Ga-bin, I'm thinking she's got some issues that I guess would be cool to explore, which is why she's so desperate for an audience and to perform and needs validation through that. I guess that would be sort of interesting. But her character, that last episode really, really made me not like her character that much at all. The fact that she has the nerve to ask Hae-ryun to be her rebound so outright, and it just makes me not like her, and therefore makes me less interested in her. And the fitness trainer, on the other hand, I mean, we don't know anything about him. What is he going to do? He's going to train people, I guess. It could be a motivational thing where he gets people in shape. I guess we're going to just have to go with Ga-bin just because she's more developed. If anybody can make a case for the fitness guy, speak now or forever hold your peace. Also, if you're watching this retroactively after the fact, somebody give me a great storyline for the fitness coach. Ga-bin dated Two-Face, so in turn we get more. Oh my god! Yes, Vernal Bug, I love the way you think. All right, we're going with Ga-bin. Fuck it. Sorry, fitness trainer dude. Okay, we're moving on now, and we've got Pi-young herself and Yu-shin's dad. God, they did Yu-shin's dad so dirty in that first season. Like, I feel bad for him in a sense, obviously, because he got killed by Dong-mi, basically. So I guess a drama with just him would have to be a flashback when he was younger. But we haven't... Oh, I guess it could be interesting because it would be about maybe his first wife and him maybe getting some kind of inkling that his son was involved with his new wife. I don't know. Whatever. And then we've got Pi-young. I think I'm just going to go with Pi-young. She's a bigger character. She's got the thing with her mom, and I'd love to have a drama about when her dad actually died and the fact that he cheated and all of that. So let's go with Pi-young here. We're just going to keep it moving. Holy, oh, yay! We've got Audrey. Fun fact, the trainer is actually the real-life trainer and close friend of the actor who plays Sa-hyun. That is very interesting. Thank you for that, Vernal Bug. That's really cool. I did not know that. So I guess it was maybe his trainer in the show as well. That's cool. Okay. All right, so we've got Hye-ryung and Audrey, right? That's her name? Pee-young all the way. I like the dad, but Pee-young has so much more potential storylines. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Okay, Hye-ryung and Audrey. Pee-young and see if she becomes like her mom. Yeah, for sure. Okay, Hye-ryung and Audrey. At some point, I'll get to this. Yeah, Audrey, I guess, would be another fun, lighthearted comedy. Although I guess I could see a universe where she's also like this psychopath because we did see a very dark side of her. She kind of snapped on Sahyun's dad and really came back a lot harder than I thought at first. She looked like, at first, to me, the type that was just gonna cry and be really hurt by what he said and be offended, but kind of just like, oh. But she just snapped on him and like got physical. So yeah, it could be this comedy or dark comedy where she has these deep-seated anger issues, or I don't know what would be going on with her. And then we've got Hye Ryung. I guess that could be her meeting Sahyun in the first place, how they fell in love or whatever. We don't know that much about her past or her family, which is sort of the issue. So right now, I mean, she is the bigger character for sure. Audrey's only in one episode, but I don't know. The story I just came up with Audrey could potentially be a really wacky story. I don't know why I'm always more inclined with these dark comedy stories, but I have a feeling you guys are just going to say Hye Ryung because, I mean, she is a bigger character, and I actually do like her despite all the shit she does. I think she's just pretty. She's kind of crazy, but she's at least interesting. All right. See if anyone says anything, but I'm kind of tempted to just go with Audrey here. All right, gonna wait a little bit longer. I mean, maybe I should just go with Hye Ryung because she's the bigger character. Hold on. Oops. Okay, sorry guys. I have not seen any new chat, so I'm gonna go with. I'm going with Audrey. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just gonna go with her. Okay, now we've got Amy, and we've got Sahyun's dad. Okay, again, the comedy thing with him and his wife, just a comedy about them. I am taking that 10 out of 10 times over whatever the fuck is wrong with Amy. I agree it would be, I guess, interesting to find out more about her, but I have a feeling we're going to find out more about her in the next season anyways. So we're going to go with Sahyun's dad. That's a no-brainer, pretty much. Okay, we're moving on to the next round. We've got Ram versus Two-Face. So everybody has been championing. Oh God, I can't talk. Everybody has been rooting for anything associated with Mr. So. So I guess it's the association and draw of the Mr. So whole family versus Ram. And I think I'm just gonna go with Ram here, guys. I'm sorry. I agree. Anything associated with Mr. So would be badass, but I just love Ram. Yeah, exactly. We do not need to see any more Amy. I don't think anyone wants to see any more of her. I think we'd be fine not seeing any more of her for the rest of our lives. I'm gonna go with Ram here, guys. Yeah, sorry. Okay, next up we've got Ga Bin, Pee-young. This is pretty much a no-brainer. I'm gonna go with Pee-young. I don't think there's much to talk about here. Yeah, I'm just not too interested in Ga Bin at all. Sorry, I don't care that she's a musical artist or anything. Okay, now we've got Audrey versus Sahyun's dad. And these guys literally went up against each other in almost a practical fight in the actual show. and now they are dueling in the character battle. I'm not gonna make anybody mad here. I'm not here to upset anybody. I'm going with Sahyun's dad. Audrey would be a crazy, weird, possibly disturbing drama, but I'm gonna go with Sahyun's dad for sure. Okay, I think are we? No, we're not at the finals yet. Okay. Next we've got Yu Ram and P Young. This is pretty tough, actually. I really would like to see a show with Yu Ram, possibly like a very long timeline where he meets Jia when they're the age they are in Love Featuring Marriage and Divorce, and then maybe the drama spans over time as they remain friends and then possibly get together or whatever happens. I think that would be a really, really cool and interesting series. But on the other hand, we've got P Young and her whole thing with her mom and the story of when her dad cheated on her mom and then subsequently died in an accident. And then the whole thing with her husband, although that's part of Love Featuring Marriage and Divorce. Both would make really interesting dramas, I think. I'm gonna give anybody out there a chance to say something about that, although the lag seems to be getting worse and worse. Yeah, this is tough. This is really tough. You know what? I really think I would be more interested to find out more about Yu Ram, and I like my own idea of a drama with him and Jia as people that meet at an early age, and then the show or series covers them at different points in their lives, still associated or still friends, and how their relationship evolves. And I think that P Young, we're going to see more of her and learn more about her anyways in the next season, and she'll be focused on more than Yu Ram would. So I think that's why ultimately I would like to see a spin-off of him more, because there's more stuff that we would see that isn't going to be in Love Featuring Marriage and Divorce. Yu Ram because of his relationship with Jia, and it could include P Young in the future. Right, of course. Great point. Okay, yeah, we're going to go with Yu Ram. Okay, so Mr. So himself. Well, we kept talking about all these characters that had to do with Mr. So, but now here he is himself. He got a buy-in, a double buy-in, just like Yushin on the other side, and he is now up against... This is a pretty crazy matchup. We've got Mr. So versus Sahyun's dad, and the flagship of comedy in this in this showdown here with the characters. I think he might be one of the last ones that would probably be a comedy show. So, again, it would come down to a spin-off show with Sahyun's dad, basically his parents, him and his wife, and it would be pretty funny. They would have a lot of laughs and maybe learn something about love. It would be hilarious. And yeah, on the other side, we've got Mr. So. You know what, guys? I really enjoy their comedy in the show. The older couple, Sahyun's parents, and they're great. And I think it would be great maybe for a mini-series, but like a full K-drama of just all of them being funny for like 16 episodes, like an hour plus of material. I think it not that it would get boring, but I don't think it could last that long, you know? I think it's just they're funny, and then maybe they learn some things, or I don't know, whatever. You see where I'm going with this. Mr. So, he's just such a badass, and I want to know more about him. We're going to go with Mr. So here, guys. He's got to move on. Sorry for all the bickering older couple fans out there, but Mr. So's moving on. And now we're at this part where I'm really, really, really torn. These are literally two of my favorite characters in the show. We've got Yu Ram and Mr. So. And I'm really, really annoyed that the chat lag is so bad because I really want to hear some people's opinions. Mr. So he's just too cool. Yep, exactly. And now, yeah. Oh man, I'm so torn. I love you, Rom, to death. I love him to death. But Mr. So's just it's Mr. So. You know what I'm saying? That's Mr. So. Like, damn. That guy's just a badass. He rides a motorcycle. This is so tough. And Vernal Bug, I'm not sure because of the lag whether you're saying Mr. So for this matchup or for the last one, but also, again, if you're watching this after it's already done streaming and you're watching it just as a video, who would you pick between these two, honestly? I mean, this is just really hard. Again, if you're just listening now, the criteria is who would have the better spin-off show. For you, Rom, I said that it would be a drama about him and Gia, and I think it was I forget if it was Vernal Bug or somebody else, but we both had a similar idea about it. The drama would be about you, Rom, and Gia and their relationship over time and how it evolves. Maybe it would go through 3 different time periods or something where they met as kids during the show, and then there would be a flash forward to when they were older, and then maybe when they're older still or something. Sort of how there's 3 couples in Love Featuring Marriage and Divorce at different ages. But then there's Mr. So. There's so much you could do with him and his mysterious background and finding out more about him and his family and his brother Two-Face. Mr. So has so much mystery and potential, and who knows what could happen. We kind of already know how Yu-Ram's story would go, even though I love him. It was for the last matchup. Okay, Yu-Ram, because maybe we get more Mr. So next season. Oh no! I get 2 people saying what they think, and they're saying opposite. Oh, great. Now damn it. And you guys both made good points here. Mr. So's got that mystery. He's got that mystery appeal. And, okay, and Blossom? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing, but you said we'd know how Yu-Ram's story would go. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that. Obviously, the payoff for that drama would be that everybody would want him and Gia to get together in the end. And I think they would definitely bond, right, over their parents' marital problems. They probably will anyways in season 2. But then Vernal Bug makes a good point, too, that we're going to get Mr. So next season as well. If there's anybody else out there, I need a tiebreaker opinion. But this is so tough. I think yeah, I'm going to give it a little more time if anybody else wants to say anything. Because if this is what we're going to do here, if Yu-Ram goes on, it's going to be Gia and Yu-Ram in the finals, and they're very similar, obviously, because they actually, yeah, both would be amazing. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna go with Mr. So, and it really breaks my heart because I think I actually like Yu-Ram more. I don't even know. I think I'm just going to go with Mr. So only because I don't want to have Yu-Ram and Gia in the finals. Not because they don't deserve to be there, but because they're actually so similar and related in the show. It would just be better to have characters that maybe aren't so close together in the actual show to be in the finals. So I'm going to go with... Oh no, I don't know. Yeah, I'll just go with Mr. So, just in the interest of not making the stream way too long. Okay. This is the finals, guys. This is it. It's come to this. We've separated the well, I can't really say the men from the boys, can I? But we've separated the winners from the losers, the tough, the ones that could last. Gia and Mr. So. Gia steamrolled her way through the left side of the bracket. Mr. So, with that fan appeal, the fan favorite, also dominated on the right side of the bracket, and it's now come down to this. Now, guys, remember, for this final thing, we're going to go off 3 different categories. The spin-off, who do you like or root for more? These are kind of similar, I guess, but who do you like or root for more? And then who would make a better friend? So give me opinions for any of these categories. I'm just going to chill for a moment and see if anybody has any opinions. You can see the criteria written right up here. If you have opinions for any of these 3, let me know. Again, anybody watching this after the fact, let me know in the comments. Who do you think should win? You're making this so hard. I know! I didn't... This is really tough. Again, guys, I'm going to say this in a comment maybe when I finish streaming, but I am going to give everybody in the description a link to this bracket fight that I made so that you guys can do this on your own and see who you would have in the finals and who wins for you in your opinions. So that should be a lot of fun for anybody who wants to try that out on their own. Let me know in the comments also if you do this on your own, who you had win and who was in the finals. Because it's a lot of fun to go through and think about. And you don't have to use my criteria or my rules. You could just do your own thing. I tend to make these things more complicated than they need to be, like Vernal Bug pointed out. But I just love doing this shit. Okay, any opinions? Either on who would be the better spinoff, who do you like or root for more, or who would be a better friend? And again, guys, Gia, you are assuming you are the same age as her, okay? So let's keep it appropriate here. Yeah, again, you don't have to give me your opinions on every single criteria. You can just give me an opinion on one. All right. In the interest of not just having silence, I'm just going to start thinking out loud again. For spin-off, of course, we've got Mr. So, his mystique, his family background, his general badassery, and maybe all of the crazy relationships and romances that he's been in, or as he calls them, a waste of time. And that would be awesome. And then we've got Gia, and maybe when she finds out when she's older what happened with her parents and that her dad is not who he says he is. And here we go. Mr. So as Uram's Mr. So as Uram's swag mentor in the pursuit of Gia as love. Holy shit, I fucking love that. Also, that gives me a way... That's a perfect setup because it lets me pick somebody while still having the other person in that drama. Again, I'm going to read this out loud because this is awesome. Mr. So as Uram's swag mentor in the pursuit of Gia as a love interest. No, don't say just kidding. That's a great idea. Okay. I really love that. I'm going to give the first category to Mr. So. He would have the better spin-off, although I really would like to see Gia in her own drama, but Blossom, sorry about that again, but I love that idea. And Gia would still be in that drama, so I wouldn't have to really disrespect her or feel bad. I'm giving that to Mr. So. Okay, now, who would you guys root for, or who do you like more? I mean, even as I say this, I mean, I know people like Gia, but I liked, as a character, Uram more than Gia. Gia's okay. She's alright. I feel bad for her, but Uram has way more personality than Gia did, in my opinion. Although there's some funny scenes with her, but no, I like Uram more. But in terms of who do I like as a character more, I think that goes to Mr. So also. So, I mean, if I go with that, then that's an automatic 2 out of 3. Although, just to add, in terms of a better friend, I'm not sure if Mr. So... Well, I guess he'd be a pretty cool friend to have. I love it. Yeah, I love it too. That's one of the best ideas I've seen. Are we? Is this happening, guys? Is Mr. So the champion here? I think this is where it's going, right? I mean, anybody want to make some cases for GR? Let me know. But yeah, I think this is happening, guys. I think Mr. So is going to be the champion here. Um, yeah, I would love to have Mr. So as a friend. Honestly, now that I think about it, he'd probably get you some pretty cool gifts, right? We know that he just casually gets his coworkers caviar, like just for the fuck of it. We know he brings like cakes to you in the hospital and shit, so there's that. And yeah, again, Gia is like a young girl, and I guess again I could consider myself like, would I be friends with her at that age? I don't know. Whatever. I think I think this is over, guys. I think we got to go with Mr. So. I think yeah, that's this is happening. It's final. I'm going with Mr. So. I don't know what the fuck this is. Okay, whatever. All right, guys. That's going to do it. Again, you can see the layout here, how it all happened. Let's see the journey here. So it was Gia in the finals. First, she beat the wife that accused the other lady in the first scene. Then she went on to beat Si Yun. And then she took on Hyung Ji, which is a close match, but she moved on from there. And finally, she beat out Dong Mi to get to the finals. On the other hand, Mr. So got the buy-in originally. I guess faced off with himself here, whatever. Then he took down Sa-hyun's dad in an epic matchup. And then in an even more very hard decision here, and it was really hard, he beat out Yu Ram, who got to the semis up here on the upper part. And then finally he came to the finals to face off with Gia, and in the end, after much consideration and an amazing fucking premise for a show from Blazam, Mr. So's gonna win here, guys. He's the champion. He wins the character bracket fights for love featuring marriage and divorce. And with that said, I am going to end this stream. I hope everybody who watched it live enjoyed, and I hope if you just watched this as a video after the fact, you enjoyed. Again, please make sure to tell me who you think would win in the finals, or any of those other matchups that happened, who would win, and give me your ideas for spin-off shows with people. I said this before, I'll say it again. I'm going to link in the description this bracket template so that you guys can try this on your own with your own set of rules. You don't have to make it as complicated as me. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming out. For the people that did join and participated, thanks for your opinions. And yeah, that's going to do it for this stream. So this is